Yes, I love your Rooster Teeth shorts, and I was just wondering what editing program you use?
Matt?
Just Final Cut. I wish I had a joke answer, but it's just Final Cut.
You'll fix it in post.
I will edit this conversation later to be funnier.
All right, thank you.
I was just curious if there was any jokes for this latest season that were like the Froman gag, like you really wanted to do it, but you just couldn't.
A little bit of echo there. I heard the word books.
You said, were there any jokes?
The Froman gag from season 3, you know, the Cam Froman, he wanted to have the little guy there, but anything like that this season?
There wasn't anything that we didn't do, I don't say, but the dock in the wall was a big debate for a long time that we almost didn't do.
Yeah.
We got very close to not doing it because it seemed like it was going to be way too hard.
Right. Why would it be spoilers?
Them hiding behind him in battles.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was going to be, Doc in the wall was going to be a bigger part of the season. Like, they were going to, in battles, we're going to hide behind him and things for cover. And well, he's the wall getting shot, essentially. But there was a running gag of having Doc stuck in carbonite, essentially, that made Monty's life much, much harder. No, we did cut, though. We cut probably my favorite Caboose line of all time. In the Tex fight scene in episode 10. Caboose is up in that booth, and he's controlling the stuff dropping from the ceiling. But we kept cutting back to him talking to Sheila, and it just slowed down the entire scene. And he had a line in there where he was just tapping buttons randomly. And he had a line, Joel, do you remember the line?
It's funny that you bring this up because it's like that line is inspired by Jeff. Jeff should deliver this line. This is something Jeff's been doing in the office for years, right?
That's a fantastic deflection. Unfortunately, I have no idea what either of you are talking about.
All right. For the
Beep,
sake
bop, boop. I am making a better life through computing. But Jeff's always goes, beep, bop,
It's
boop.
beep, bop, boop, boop. I am building a better future through computing. And so I always regret that line didn't make it, but it is on the DVD somewhere.
Oh,
Jeffrey knows it. So that didn't make it.
Hi guys, I've been a fan for a long time, and I was at PAX East and saw the guy that brought you Heineken, and I'm sorry I didn't. I was planning to, but never got to the convenience store, so I'm sorry.
Everyone has excuses.
I'll just go now. Anyway, a lot of my favorite characters were Church and Griff and Tucker, a lot of the Blues, and Griff, obviously. But
Why are you saying this is in the past tense, sir?
because, well, Church is still my top favorite character, but
Here it comes.
you guys introduced Washington, and Washington's character is really one of the best characters you guys introduced in a long time. And I was just wondering what the thought process was on making him a giant dick.
Well, the actor that plays him is kind of a dick.
A bigger dick.
Joke. He's not a dick. He's actually one of the only funny ones in the group. I mean, he's an improv actor, is what he does for a living, and he can't come to PAX because he's got an improv festival.
did you just insult everybody at the table?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, classically trained as being funny. But we had to have a character who started off as the hero and then had to make a conversion to a villain, and so that's why he had to be believable. And especially when we have a serial thing where things change so fast in Red versus Blue, we had to have a moment, especially like at the end of Recreation where he shoots Donut, where you believe it's not just a fake out or something like that, that he's just not playing a part, that he really is a bad guy. Or if he's faking out, he's super committed to it. So that's why we had to make him a complete and total dick.
Cool, thanks.
You had to spend 19 episodes with the Reds. Wouldn't you be kind of an asshole at the end?
Yes.
Okay, we should probably do how many more questions before we show...
That's our little timer right there showing us how much
No
time
shit,
we got.
Jesus, look at that. Wow, that's awesome.
So we can time it exactly.
Yeah, it's even color-coded.
At 40? Okay, so we have...
What happens when the red light goes off on top?
You don't want to be sitting here when the red light goes off. We have to be off stage. There's like an ejector seat. It shoots you out.
When the timer gets down to a minute, George Clooney comes busting through those doors and diffuses it. Okay, we got time for 2 more minutes of questions, whatever the hell that means. So.
All right, I really like the Drunk Tank podcast, but I really enjoy the episodes where it's actually a drunk tank, where everyone's drunk.
What are you trying to say, sir? Are you
I don't know, it adds a little special something to the podcast.
The tank requires a lot of fuel.
All right.
Speaking of which, Time to get tanked.
Yes. They entertained me while I was on a flight from Austin here. So,
We'll do our best. It's just hard to get fueled up that early in the morning. It's really difficult.
We recorded at like 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, so sometimes we're still drunk, but
Yes.
thank you.
So this is less of a question and more of a statement. I want to give you advanced warning that if you kill Meta or Wash, I am going to want my dolls back.
Oh. No spoilers, please.
And hide Brandon, because there's no love for Brandon.
No. No. Don't encourage him. I spend 8 hours a day trying to break this man's spirit.
So
no one
this
likes
is
you.
hey, why don't you come up here and show off Brandon 2.0?
Yeah, let's see what you got going on.
This is a question for Gus. Seeing as you play such an amazing woman in Body, did you ever think about voicing Tex?
No. No, I can't. Her balls are bigger than mine.
Thank you.
All right. This season we saw a lot of the new CGI sequences, and I have to say the text fight, effing metal. My main question is, will we be seeing more CGI work in the future and any series beyond Red versus Blue?
Are you asking for firing Monty in a weird way?
No, more like give that man a raise and anything he wants.
I think Monty enjoys the limited amount of sleep he gets currently.
Right.
I think he's worked pretty hard.
He should come in the mocap suit. This guy's funnier than we are. Well, let me just put it to you this way. Since Monty took a big break after we wrapped on season 8, and then since he's come back from his vacation, he's been at the office working so much, Brandon was actually speculating that he thinks Monty no longer has an apartment. So, answer your question, yes, there will be more stuff, but we don't like talking about stuff when we don't know for sure when it's coming out, but there will be more in the future for sure. We really like it a lot. I don't know if it'll be in the form that what you've seen so far has been in. That wasn't correct English, but that's okay.
You're not a writer or anything.
That's me thinking on the fly.
We went down to 38, 44, 43, 42.
George Clooney's coming.
All right.
All right, you want to show the...
Yeah, let's show something.
Okay, so to set this up, if you haven't seen Revelation, this is the end of that. So that's the setup for you.